Hello everyone, my name is Lawrence Chen from Zero Plus Board Games, and I'm here with Executive Director Donna Prior. So this is such a great event at Orcacon. Do you want to let us know a little bit how it all got started?
Sure. So there was another convention that was here, and we were sitting around, actually Steve Hobbs and I were sitting around, and they were complaining that there's no convention in Snohomish County, which if you don't know where that is, it's the county north of Seattle. And because he and all of his high school friends, all in our friend group, they used to go to another convention up there all the time. And it went under over a decade ago. There's a sci-fi, general fantasy, a little bit of gaming. And so every year I get to hear them complain that there's no conventions up there they can go to. They don't have to come all the way down to Seattle, blah, 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 blah. So I said, well, you know what? We should just make one.
Perfect.
I was like, I'll make one. And then I did.
Just like that.
That's exactly how it happened.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so does it always happen around the same time, second
Yeah.
weekend of January?
Yeah.
Second week in January? Okay.
Yeah, because so Steve, who people don't know, is actually a state senator.
Okay, yeah.
And so we planned Orcacon around his schedule because he goes into session immediately after this con. Like his suit is upstairs, so he'll put on his suit for the government, and then he hightails it down to
Kind of like
Olympia.
Superman, right?
Like Superman.
Yeah,
Yes, Superman,
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything is running really well. It's a great event, but for you yourself, do you have a chance to game at all, or are you just too busy behind the scenes doing everything?
I ran 2 games yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So I also work, my day job is with Catan Studio.
Okay.
So I work at my Catan Studio, Catan
Nice,
everywhere.
yeah.
And I'm running this Catan tournament here.
Right.
But yeah, I ran, learned to play Catan, and then I did Dragon Age, which based on the video game. It's a tabletop role-playing game by Green Ronin Publishing.
Yeah.
And so I ran an introductory game for that was fantastic.
Good.
Yeah. And then I'm doing this all day, and then tonight I will play some games.
Perfect.
And then Sunday I have a panel that's so you want to run your own convention. To
Make one a little bit closer,
yeah.
yeah.
People are just like, I want to make one where, why can't I have this where I live? And I was like, you can. You just got to do it. Let us help you, give you advice and what to know and things like that. And then I'm doing another Catan demo.
Okay.
And then later we do critical hits and misses where everyone can come and give feedback. So we'll tell you what we thought went well, what needs work, what we want to add, and then we take all the feedback from the players.
And just improve next year, and it gets better and better every year.
So there's going to be some things we can't implement, but we get to have a one-on-one. And we take all the notes, even if people are unhappy about something.
Of course, yeah.
We have had a few people, like in the past when we first started, they didn't like our focus on social justice and inclusion and accessibility. And it's just like, well, if people of color, I don't know why they don't come to the con. Everyone's invited. And I'm like, you need to go out into the communities. We need to go out in the communities and support the communities if we want to diversify and include more people that are just not old white guys. There's nothing wrong with old white guys. I'm married to one. But that's just what the con life has been for so long into board games and role-playing games.
So for inclusion, you guys are trying to include everybody, and I think I noticed one of the things that you do is you offer scholarships as well.
We do. Yeah. We are right now. We're a Washington nonprofit waiting on our 501c3. So right now we take donations. So people can send us $1, $5, or whatever on PayPal, and then we use that to give marginalized creators and fans access to Orcacon for a free badge.
Okay, great.
So you just get a regular old 3-day badge, just like everybody else has, and then you can come and play games.
Awesome, yeah.
And one of the things that also goes along with the scholarship is like the food trucks.
Okay.
So nobody has to eat expensive hotel food. That you can eat out here pretty cheaply, and then we can also cater to people's dietary needs.
Great.
Yeah. So
everything has been covered.
Yeah, everything here we've got it. We've got an ASL interpreter. All the tables and all the main rows, we want at least 2 wheelchairs to be able to get by each other.
Okay.
So our merchant hall, everything that we do is accessible as much as we can.
That's great.
Yeah.
And an event like this, you definitely need a lot of helpers and volunteers, of course. How many volunteers do you think you have around here? What's the latest count at?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I actually let my department heads do their thing. Because I've got great department heads. But we are a little short this year. Because of weather. So there's people that couldn't come over
snow
through the pass.
happened.
So registration was really tight on Thursday.
Well, I haven't noticed any problems at all or any slowdown. So it's
I think the only problem we have is that the weather has actually caused a leak in one of the rooms.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a big bubble, so they're clearing it out, and we'll see how.
Well, that was, I guess, beyond your control.
That's beyond my control.
Yeah. How many guests do you guys have, roughly?
We tap out at 1,400.
Okay.
And we could technically shove more people in here, but that takes away the accessibility and what makes it special.
Right.
You know, being able to have a really good space. You don't have to worry about backpacks and board games and everything being all cramped up.
Yeah.
So we could put more people in here legally, you know, fire code and all. But as far as what would make it comfortable is that would be our cap. So we're somewhere between, when this is all over, it'll be somewhere between 1,300 and 1,400 people.
Okay. And so you're spread over like 5 levels in this hotel at the Hilton?
6 levels.
6 levels,
Yeah.
okay. And you're overflowing into a neighboring hotel,
Yeah, the one
Red
next
Lion?
door, the Red Lion.
Wow.
So that's all open play space. So
Yeah.
we've got them limited times because they already had something booked over there. But next year we're going to take all that space. So we're going to move a lot of organized play over there.
Okay.
And some other things that maybe need a little bit more room.
Yeah.
We'll do like miniatures paint takes, miniatures gaming, and so we can really build that community up too.
Right, yeah.
And then we can add more content here. I'm hoping we get a good sponsor for next year once our 501(c)(3) is tax deduct to be able to sponsor high power internet so we can stream. So we can live stream our panels.
Wow.
Yeah, which would be really great.
That'd be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So I think I heard these pins were a new feature that you guys had had this year. Do you want to explain these a little bit?
Yeah, so there's kind of a movement in communication. It actually, the first time I experienced it was at a Mensa convention, and you had like little colored dots you put on your badge.
Okay.
And green, it was a hugging program. So green if you like hugs, yellow, please ask, and red was like, no, don't even ask. I don't want anybody to touch me.
Okay, yeah.
So, and that was like in the 70s. Right?
Oh, wow.
Was the first time I saw that. And so it's kind of a thing that's kind of coming back as far as communication.
Yeah.
So we know that everybody's excited, but not everybody likes to be approached.
Definitely.
I'm actually an introvert.
Okay.
But, you know, this is my job and this is what I do. It's my job and hobby. So I'm green the whole weekend.
Getting out of your comfort zone,
for
the benefit of everyone else.
Yeah, because I do have an anxiety and panic disorder. And the more that we normalize that, and then it also gives people boundaries, you know, and things like that. Because people just get so excited, like this. And it's just like, sometimes you just need to, you know, like one of the Liz Quartz, who's one of our merchants, she's an artist, and she said it was a great indicator for her to see who she could do like a real like aggressive sale, and who might just like come up and look, and she just would smile at them and wait for them to respond, and things like that. So it works both ways that way.
Yeah.
And so last year we did clothing pins. We had plastic pins you could put on your thing, and then we had signs everywhere that talked about what they meant.
Yeah.
And then it was actually my most tweeted tweet ever from Orcacon.
Like a big thanks kind of thing?
It just like went everywhere.
Good.
But we got feedback about color blindness, that if you don't know, because there's nothing on it, and I said we really need to do buttons, but buttons are really expensive.
Yeah.
So we had a sponsorship level of $3,000, and that was going to pay for like a baggie of three buttons.
Okay.
And then it would have a label, it'd have their name on it, you know, Orcacon 2020.
Right.
But we didn't have anybody step up because, again, we're not a 501(c)(3) yet.
Okay.
We're a Washington nonprofit, so nobody gets a tax break.
You're right.
And then our board decided, well, why don't we just order them in bulk? People can just pick, and then we can save it half the price.
Perfect.
And
so it really worked out. They really pop.
Yeah. And we have enough for everybody to have a full set.
Okay.
So
Because moods change.
Yeah, because moods change.
Definitely. Yeah. So, for anyone that hasn't been to a con yet, why would you recommend to come to a con?
I don't always recommend going to cons for new players. It depends on the con.
Right.
So some of the cons are very focused on heavy games.
Sure.
And so it's not very accessible for new players, people who have never played a game before.
Yeah.
But here we have volunteers that do nothing but walk around and teach people games.
Awesome. Yeah.
You know, so it depends on the convention.
Right. Yeah.
That you would do. So anybody that has like a family game area or anything like that is probably going to be a bit more welcoming.
Yeah. And you guys definitely do have that.
Yeah. Because we didn't have one, and somebody at our critical hits and
hits and misses.
Yeah. It's been a long day. It's like, hey, you ever had a family game area? And it's like, well, like we were talking earlier, is that if we had somebody to run it, but we can't add something because we only have so much bandwidth because everybody has day jobs.
Yes,
Yeah,
of
because
course.
nobody's paid for this. And so I said, well, do you want to run it? And they were like, yeah, I'll run it.
Perfect.
It was like, yay, now we have a family game area.
That's awesome.
So so it's been able to grow over the last 2 years.
Yeah. Just my view from, I guess, the day and a half that I've been here so far, it's just been very open, and people are, I guess, comparing coming to something like this and just going to a board game cafe.
Yeah.
I think at a board game cafe, you kind of just have to go with your group of friends,
Right.
and you would just play with them. You're not going to interact with other tables, but over here, definitely, like, someone standing looking what you're doing, and then everyone's just like, yeah, jump in, have a seat, there's an extra seat kind of thing,
it's
right?
really fun watching people that met here come back and play together the next year.
Yeah.
And I've seen those friends grow
Right, yeah.
over there. It's like, oh yeah, we played a game 3 years ago. Hey, you
Yeah.
want to play something else?
Great, yeah.
And so I love seeing that. And like, there's a Blue Rose game that's been going on since year one.
Okay.
So it's a Saturday night Blue Rose
Yeah.
RPG. It was because we did a Kickstarter the first 2 years.
Okay.
And so one of the rewards was a private game with somebody from the company
Right.
that makes Blue Rose for Green Ronin. And so Nicole ran Blue Rose for 5 people, and every year they get together and they continue on the same characters
Great.
and the same
Oh,
adventure.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I'm going to be doing the same thing with Dragon Age because my players
Okay.
had so much fun. I said, well, next year I'll take you on Adventure 2.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And next year, for Orcacon 2021, same hotel as booked, you said?
Yep. We
Great.
signed a contract last year for it.
Awesome.
We booked for a whole 2 years.
Perfect.
See how it would go.
Wonderful. So if anyone wants to try to reach out, ask any questions, I guess, about Orcacon, or how can they get about talking to you, or who should
So
they
I
message?
answer the info at orcacon.org email.
Okay.
So you can come to me, or you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Ours is live on our page.
Yeah, okay.
We also have a Discord
All right.
that's out there. So there's all kinds of ways of getting in touch. We're on
Excellent.
Twitter. Someday I'll remember to post to Instagram.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I just want to thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for coming.
And yes, I guess enjoy the rest. Best of luck to everything, and see you at the rest of the panels.
And next year you can hang out in the POC Lounge.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks.